Hello HEMA friends and welcome to this new video. There are many times which can be exploited to land a direct attack, like a thrust for instance. We can of course take advantage of the opponent errors, but the ideal situation is to not wait for the error to happen, but to create the right time to land the action by purpose. Let's give a look for instance to my sparring with my friend Martin Fabian, which I had a couple of years ago. Martin finds and masterfully creates on me the times to land his own thrusts. And he does it in a variety of ways, which definitely tells something about his own skills, but even more importantly for this video, it shows you a variety of tactics to land your own actions. Let's start by learning a simple concept. In every fighting art, space equals time. The shorter is the space you have to travel, the lesser time you'll need to land an action, and vice versa. This is crucial to understand every single situation we are going to watch right now. The first approach Martin used to land his own thrusts was to let the error happen. This is the very first thrust he landed during that day, one of our first exchanges, and we were still studying each other, as it was our first time fencing each other, and he clearly was doing it faster than me. By missing the confidence to land an attack from farther measure, I approached my opponent too much. After observing the distance and relating to it, Martin landed his own thrust. Once he noticed which one was my supposed measure of control, namely the measure at which I thought everything was fine, Martin walked into it by stealing my attention. He moved the weapon and the arms while eating distance with his own footwork, and once achieving the proper distance, he landed his own thrust. This happened multiple times, and during these times I learned the hard way the distance at which I had to stay to be more or less safe. I kept making errors, of course, but I was adapting to the situation. It was in that precise moment that Martin started to use slightly more complex tactics to land his own actions. The first one was based on my movement patterns. So when I moved forward and backward in a certain way, he landed his action at the start of my forward movement. Notice that while this tactics seems easy to land, it's actually not the case, as the action, the offensive action, has to start during the movement forward, in this case my movement forward, and not after seeing it happen, because in this case it will be too late. So it requires previous observation of the opponent with a proper analytic eye or an intuition based on previous experience. The next method was provoking my movement backward and then forward. Martin went for a shallow attack toward my arms, which wasn't necessarily meant to hit from the beginning. Such kind of provocation, let's call it, was based on a real attack happened during previous exchanges. So it felt real to me. So I instantly went for a parry while moving backward to maximize the chance to avoid getting hit. Then I started moving forward to land my own riposte, and Martin used this time to land his own thrust. The last method Martin used was making me react offensively. Be it by purpose or by chance, this happened thanks to one of his apparently favorite, pattern of movements to land this kind of actions, namely a tiny step forward with the front foot, then prolonged into a lunge. During the first movement, it happened more than once that I tried to start my offensive action, seeing my opponent moving forward. But being Martin already moving forward with his own action, already prepared and in the process of being delivered, I was late to the party, and his action landed before my one. So now you know a bunch of tactics to land your own actions. Of course, it is better said than done, because your opponent tries to stop you from delivering your tactics at any given time. But with enough training, a bit of self-confidence and proper observation, you will be able to land these tactics too. Very good, people. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and thanks to my friend Martin, which made this video possible. I hope to friends with you soon again. By the way, remember to check my Patreon page, link in the description, if you are interested to support me while receiving some exclusive content in exchange. Again, thanks for watching, and see you next time.